Hi, it's John from Crafts by John UK. Today I've got something different to show you, something I've not shown on YouTube before. This is my art journal. So if you like my card style, you'll find what ends up in my art journal is very similar. So I'm going to do a flick through of my art journal. You can see there are a lot of pages with a lot of colour on. It's not finished, still a work in progress. But if you're interested in art journaling and the process, it's an area that I'm thinking I'll do some more videos on YouTube about. But to start things off, I thought the first video I'll do is an actual flick through of the pages I've already done in my art journal. So if you're interested, stay tuned and I will show you what I've done. Okay, let's start then. Let's open up this magical journal. So the reason I started doing this is obviously cards are lovely, but you give them away. This was something that was going to be more personal and more for me. So this is a Ranger art journal. This is a good quality one. The paper is really good quality. So if I open a page here that's not got anything on it, you can see it's bound with cotton or string. I'm not sure quite what that binding is, but it does mean that the pages are really good and they're easy to move. You can see there it's bound properly. But if I start from the beginning, I'm just going to kind of quickly talk you through some of the pages. So the first page I did, I think, was this one, Express Yourself with Art. And it's got this cute artist at work figure. I cut this out actually and stuck this on the page. You can kind of see that if I lift it up. But I thought this was a really good way to start my journal, because that's really what this is all about. It's me expressing myself with art in my journal. The style of my journaling, I often do something with the background of the page, have a prominent foreground piece, have some stamping or, colouring around the edges in some way, shape or form. I've got splatting on here. I've got text in the background here. I've then gone around with a white pen. You can see I've edged. Excuse me. I've also picked out some of the shapes in white, which hopefully you can see there. But I've obviously got this lovely, vibrant little character in the middle. That's an interesting page. And I think it was one of the very first that I did. This page, this is a visible image set, I know, all about the cat from Alice in Wonderland. We're all mad here. Which way you go depends on where you want to be. I really like the flow of this. There was a matching stencil that went with it, which is almost down the rabbit hole. So I've actually put that on with some kind of texture paste. I've coloured it blue, and you can see I've used that as kind of a stencil that side and a vortex this side, highlighting some areas with black. I've got little dots on here. I've got my cat obviously coloured and the text. I've got some little chrome dots on here as well, and I've kind of gone around the edge with pen. That's a nice page, nice layout. And then this one's quite different. So I've obviously got a very sort of lilac-y purple background, and I've done a lot of flower stamping here as well. This one's just Enjoy Life. Lots of gold flowers. I've got the two kind of prominent white crossed over. A simpler page with more stamping, etc., but just really a kind of a background piece, really. This one's an interesting one. My home is in the open sea where stars shine brighter and my soul is free. A lot of these pages, I've kind of been inspired by a quote I've seen or something to do with an item, an area, a topic. And then I've used that quote along with some imagery. So this is a cute little stamp set I've got with a matching die. Obviously cut that out. This, I think, is a Lavinia seahorse. And I've just put those two on the pages opposite each other. And then obviously stamped the seahorse again in a repeat. These, I think I hand drew. But yeah, that was kind of like an underwater theme. This page, obviously it's a double layout, but two different sides. The best things in life aren't things. Happiness is a destination, isn't a destination, it's a journey. And I've got this kind of typewriter torn in half with bees coming out of it. I've got stenciled pieces underneath it that are coloured, and odd die cutouts. I mean, it's quite a strange page really, but just a layout that I came up with. Create your imagination on this side. This was a free stamp out of a magazine. I think I probably did this one around the same time that I did possibly that one maybe, because the colours are similar and the style is similar. But yeah, quite a nice one. And then on this one, I've used some sort of stickles or something, and I've sort of swept it, but I've got a lot of texture on the background. Again, it's got edging around the page. It's got silver. You can see it's quite an interesting effect. This one, a little fall of rain can hardly hurt me now. You're here, that's all I need to know. And you will keep me safe, you will keep me close, and rain will make the flowers grow. Any musical theatre fan will know that's from Les Mis. And this one was just inspired. I think I was listening to it at the time, and I just thought, those words are really nice. And I've got here the flowers, and I've got here the rain. So that was what inspired that page. This one, I love this giraffe. He's absolutely cute. It's a pink ink stamp. Are you having a giraffe? It's one of the sentiments that came with the set. Stuck it on this jungle background with these beautiful lilies or tropical flowers, and obviously leaves as well, creating an interesting look. I quite like that page. I think it's quite a nice layout. This one, Up, Up and Away. I got this balloon die cut, really nice. And this Never Give Up on Your Dream sentiment, which came in a different set. And then I just used these, I think they're Lavinia bubbles, but I've stamped them and cut them out. Some of them are stamped, some of them are cut out and prominent. But I just thought it was quite an interesting effect. And I sort of used this edging effect as well, which was quite interesting, just to give it a bit of a different look. Quite nice, different looking page. This one is interesting. Lots of alphabet letters all around. Poetry is when an emotion has found its thought and thought has found the words. It's a quote by Robert Frost. A lot of these pages where I've used a quote, I've then also put the name of who the quote was from. This one was just all about letters, so I've obviously put a typewriter on the background. I quite like the colour palette on that one. It's quite sort of yellows and greens, quite nice. Again, a double layout on this one. So this is just random stamping, really. Odd bits and pieces. I've cut, I think this is from a piece of paper. This is from a piece of paper, using some strips, also some stamping in the background. Just an odd page. And then this is one that's a different way round. I haven't done many that are turned this way, but this one was inspired by cats. McCavity, McCavity, there's no one like McCavity. Those words are from cats. I've got upside down a piece of a page from a book, an old page, and then I've done a lot of drawing on the background here, geometric shapes and lines, etc. So that was an interesting one. These cats are by Crafty Individuals. I really like these. I think they're called burglar cats. They're absolutely brilliant and hilarious. Really lovely to colour as well. This page is an interesting one. This was all travel. Go where your dreams take you. So we've got a ticket, we've got a lock, we've got a pile of suitcases, we've got kind of adverts, a map, a key. This was sort of travel inspired. This one, coffee spelled backwards, is EFOC. Just be advised that I don't give EFOC until I've had my coffee. Quite a play on words. This was a freebie set from a magazine. I just liked it. Thought it was quite interesting. The bold cups and cup holders against the kind of calm colours of the background. This one is fun. A bit of a cake one. Lots of different cakes, lots of sparkles. Where there is cake, there is hope, and there's always cake. Dean Koontz, another quote. And I've kind of offset these bits, so I quite like this layout. It's quite fun, and the colours are really lovely. This was done with gel pens that are fluorescent against a quite bright yellow background. Some empty pages. This one, Let's Travel, Adventure, this camper van I really like. That's a cute stamp. I think that may be a Crafty Individuals one. This one, all about David. Obviously, I've got bits of photographs of David. This page has got a bit wonky because I used a hell of a lot of gesso on this one, because these are all cut out. So it's just made the page a bit wonky. So there's not an awful lot you can do about that. This one, Keep Your Face to the Sun, You'll Never See the Shadows, Helen Keller. Thought that went well with this kind of steampunk lady. Quite nice. This page has got a lot of texture. What sunshine is to flowers, smiles are to humanity. These are but trifles to be sure, but scattered along life's pathway, the good they do is inconceivable. A quote by Joseph Addison. So that's quite nice. And you can see here there's a lot of stenciling and a lot of relief work. A couple of empty pages. Words are like weapons, they wound sometimes. Share. So that was written by Diane Warren. And there's a lot of newspaper, print, etc. in the background. The idea being all about words and the power they have. This is a simple one, Seek Out Your Sunshine. Just really liked this sunflower stamp. Thought that was quite funny. And just did a really simple torn sort of stem. And this background's quite cute with lots of geometric shapes. A few empty pages. Hate, it has caused a lot of problems in this world, but it has not solved one yet. Maya Angelou. and dark colours, obviously, to bring a lot of energy and imply anger and aggression. So that was an interesting one. This one, a beautiful body perishes, but a work of art dies not, Leonardo da Vinci. So I used this one and I found all these frames and I stamped various things, put them in the frames. This one's cute. If it doesn't make you feel fabulous, don't do it, don't buy it, don't keep it. That was an interesting one. And on this one, I folded this and ripped it on purpose. Well, actually just folded it really and coloured it with I think a distress ink to get this sort of ripped down the middle, but just to try and age it and make it look older. A few empty pages here. This one's an interesting one. The glory of gardening. Hands in the dirt, head in the sun, heart with nature. To nurture a garden is to feed not just the body, but the soul. Quote by Alfred Austin. This one has got lots and lots of different fronds of flowers. It's got these white flowers, lots of colour in the background, kind of implying a garden, implying all the lovely colours you get in nature. A few blank pages. This one, colour is my day-long obsession, joy and torment. Frames. Lots going on in the background, just went a bit wild on this one. I think that these were acrylics, just giving a page of colour basically. These empty pages will soon get filled up. This one, bee, awesome. I love bees, fascinated with anything bees. Got flowers, I've got leaves, I've got lots of hexagons, got a beehive here, and then obviously the hexagons of the bee in the background. And these have got silvery wings as well. This one's an interesting one. This was all about brief encounter. I don't know why I was suddenly obsessed with it. This can't last, this misery can't last. I must remember that and try to control myself. Nothing lasts really, neither happiness nor despair. Not even life lasts very long. There'll come a time in the future when I shan't mind about this anymore, when I can look back and say how peacefully and cheerfully, how silly I was. It's all scenes from Brief Encounter, a ticket with Brief Encounter on it, but inspired just by the movie and just watching it again. Some blank pages. We're coming almost to the end now. I haven't done any of this for a while. I'm going to get back to start doing it. This was done when COVID was going on. Everything will be okay in the end. If it's not okay, it's not the end. And I created these kind of COVID bugs, really. I don't know quite how I did them, but you can see if I hold it up, they are quite amazing because they're like a bug with all bits sticking out of them with circles on the end. And I've heat embossed them, so they've got like a really interesting texture to them. Stay home, protect the NHS, save lives. The rainbow that we were all sharing, the world with a mask on. So this was COVID, so this was, what was that, 2020? May your day bloom with happiness. This was quite a pretty floral one with, again, lots of texture around the edge. A little folded postcard, golds, and this one's got string on it as well. I think that's probably almost it. This Steampunk Life, same stamp, same cutout twice. Follow your heart, Steampunk Life. I just liked, I don't know, the colour. This sort of picked raspberry in the middle. I think it's a distress ink. And then this sort of through it, but with the two steampunk. I quite like the symmetry of that. And I think that is possibly the last page I've done. So yes, I've got quite a few blank pages in this art journal, which I need to fill up. So that was a whistle stop tour. You can see lots of different styles, lots of different colours, lots of different themes. I've got a lot of lovely new stamps and things to play with and stencils. So I'm definitely going to be adding some new content to my art journal, and I'm going to create a new playlist on my YouTube channel for this. So if you're interested in either taking up art journaling, or you're already art journaling and you're interested to see kind of what I do next, well, then maybe subscribe and you'll get notified when I post new videos in that area. I've got some stuff sitting on my desk here waiting for my art journaling to start up again. Got a couple of flowers here, again with torn edges and inking. These are absolutely ripe to go on an art journal page. So I'm definitely primed and ready to go. So I will get back to this at some point, but hopefully you found that interesting. So anyway, there you go. There's a little whistle stop tour through my art journal and more to come. So if you're interested, click like and subscribe, and then you'll get notified when I post new content. So thanks for your time today, and I'll catch you soon.